to our one ocean. We hope that over the next few minutes, we can share with you even more about our killer whales. No one understands the power of this wondrous connection between people and killer whales, as well as our SeaWorld trainers, and here they are to tell us more.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian. I'm over here on the far side of the pool, and welcome to Dine with Shamu. You know, it is a privilege for each and every one of us to work alongside these magnificent animals each and every day. As animal trainers, we're just a small part of a very large team that's dedicated to the health, care, and well-being of every animal here at the park. And we are so glad that you all get the chance to visit us here in our backstage area for an up-close and personal look into our Shamu family. Now, you're going to get the privilege of meeting 5 of our 7 members of our Shamu family here in Orlando right now. And it's going to be my honor to introduce you to each one of our whales and kind of tell you a little more about them. Now, it gets a little sunny on this side of the pool, so I'll try and point out a little more distinguishing characteristics so you guys can get a feel for which whale's which. Now, again, we do have 7 members in here in Orlando, and 5 of them are in this pool right now. Now, the first whale I'm going to talk about and introduce, this is Nalani. Nalani is interacting with Morgan right now. She is a 7-year-old juvenile female that is dancing her little pants off. Now, she's weighing in at about 3,000 pounds. Right here next to Nalani is her partner in crime. This is Malia. She's another 7-year-old juvenile female, weighing in just shy of 3,000 pounds. Now she's just about 6 to 7 months younger than Nalani here. Now working with Melissa today, this is Kayla. Kayla is a 25-year-old adult female killer whale. She right now weighs 5,720 pounds. Interesting fact about Kayla is she was born in my home state, in Texas. She was born in our sister park at SeaWorld San Antonio back in 1988. She was the very first killer whale ever born at that SeaWorld. Then next to Kayla over here, this is Makaio and Katina. Makaio is the youngest member of our Shamu family. He will be 4 years old next month. And his mother, Katina, is a 38-year-old adult female. Now, a very special note about Katina, she is our killer whale that started it all. She had the very first baby Shamu ever back in 1985, right out here in our very front show pool. Katina is one of our most successful mothers. You know, in our entire company's history, we've had 29 successful killer whale births. Katina here has been the mother of 7 of those. And she is an excellent mother. She is by far our most experienced killer whale, and it's a great opportunity. You all get the chance to meet her right now. Now what you're going to see in this interaction is a little bit of teamwork. Sometimes in a lot of our training sessions or shows, you'll see us kind of go one-on-one with our killer whale. Well, this time we're going to ask them to work as a team. So what you're going to get to see is a little bit of group contingency behaviors so that we can actually kind of pair them together. It's just kind of like if you're a coach of a sport or whatnot, you want your team members to work together. It's the same format. You want them to be able to work as one whole unit. Now, during this interaction, you're going to get to see a little bit of our training philosophy and our methods here. And what's cool about it is it's the same way that we train all of our animals here at SeaWorld. Whether it be a killer whale, or a dolphin, or a bird, we all train using positive reinforcement. Now, all that really means is that anytime these animals do something correctly, they're going to get something they enjoy. Now, what is something that a killer whale might enjoy? Fish, exactly right. But fish is not the only thing that we can reinforce these animals with. You're going to notice that every time the animals do a direct behavior, they're not just going to get one fish. It's not do a jump, get a fish, do a jump, get a fish, do a jump, get a fish. Because guess what? That's boring. I'm bored just telling you about it. So what we do is we do something different each and every time for our animals to motivate them. So parents, it's kind of like when you ask your child to do an errand or a chore, and they do it correctly, you probably give them something, such as maybe free time outside of the playground, or a cookie, or maybe even an allowance. But if you give them something different each time, and they don't know exactly what it's going to be, it keeps that motivation level up. Because they always know they're going to get something good, but they never know exactly what it's going to be. So that's the philosophy that we use here with all of our animal training. Again, whether it be a killer whale, a dolphin, or a bird, or anything like that. We always try and change it up. So it's kind of like we need to open a present each and every time we do something correctly. Now, we obviously can't speak English with these killer whales, so we communicate to them in different ways. They can't actually understand us, so we can't give them any verbal cues or any verbal signs of what we would like to ask them to do. So we communicate them with their own little basic sign language. You'll notice each and every time our trainers ask for a behavior, they're going to do a different signal or a different cue. Now they can do that by hand gestures or they can do it by body movement. So sometimes the whales will mimic our body movement and sometimes they'll go based on a hand signal. So it's kind of like we've created our own version of sign language that we communicate with our animals on. Now they're all going to pose up for you on this ledge right now. This is a great photo opportunity. They have such beautiful voices. Now, you probably noticed that those sounds did not come from their mouths. The vocalizations actually come from the top of their head or their blowhole. That's what they do, breathe in and out of. But they can also manipulate those muscles to make a variety of different sounds. So, it's kind of like whenever you blow up a balloon and you slowly modify the opening of that balloon, you can make different sounds as the air exhales. Same thing with these guys. Their physiology works the exact same way. So they can make a variety of different sounds that we as trainers were able to kind of cue off on and actually ask them on command with that. So it's kind of cool to hear them make those different sounds. Now again, what you're getting to see is a lot of group contingency behaviors, what we like to call it trainer lingo, but it's basically just working together as a unit. You know, a lot of these times we'll do individual training sessions with these whales, but a lot of times we want them to work as a nice cohesive team. So that's what we're trying to build on. It's not necessarily the behaviors, but we want them to be able to work cohesively together. Now to get those cameras ready, they're going to pop up right here, right in front of the side of the pool, in about 1, 2, and 3. Now, I must warn you, we are not intentionally trying to get you wet, but obviously, in this pool collectively, we probably have about 15,000 to 16,000 pounds of whale. So, when it goes up and out of the water, obviously it will splash you. So just be aware if you have camera equipment or whatnot, the whales could splash at any point in time. Now, what behavior do we have going on now? Alright, if you get your cameras ready toward the right side of the venue, all of our whales are going to slide up in that shallow portion, giving you a very nice look at how different they are in the different sizes. As you can see, our 2 adult females are right in the middle. Now they're fully grown, they're just a little bit shy of 6,000 pounds. And the other whales right there are in their young ones, they're juveniles. So when they reach full grown maturity, they'll be about the exact same size. Except for our little boy in here, Makaio. He's the 3-year-old I was telling you about. Now when Makaio reaches full grown maturity, he will probably be double the size of his mom. Our male killer whales get anywhere between 10 to 12,000 pounds. So he's going to grow double the size of his mother, hopefully, and be anywhere between another 8,000 to 9,000 pounds of what he is right now. One of the questions that a lot of our guests like yourselves want to know is they always want to know which whale is Shamu. That's a very good question. Well, the easiest way to answer that is all of them. As I introduce each of them, I introduce them as Katina, Kayla, Nalani, Malia, and Makaio. So they each have an individual first name. So do all the 10 whales in our California park, and so do the 6 other whales in our San Antonio, Texas location. So it might be hard if we have Shamu 1, Shamu 2, Shamu 3, Shamu 4, Shamu 5, Shamu 6. Kind of boring. So think of Shamu like a last name, and each and every one of these whales is part of our Shamu family, and each one of our whales has an individual first name. Now right now they're doing a collective behavior called a spin swim. They're basically going around the perimeter of the pool, rotating a complete 360-degree rotation while staying in the pool. And this is a great chance for you to see that black and white coloration that our killer whales have. Now this coloration is called counter shading. It basically means dark on top and light on bottom. Now the reason our killer whales have this is because it gives them an advantage when they're hunting their prey out in the wild. Now, some other animals we have here at SeaWorld, like penguins, have this type of coloration, but it's to help them hide from their predators. Our killer whales use it to help sneak up on their prey. Now, the reason I say that is because imagine you're a school of fish, and you're near the surface of the ocean. Well, when you look down, say there's a pod of killer whales beneath you, well, that dark coloration is going to mesh in with the bottom of the ocean floor, making the killer whales harder to see, giving them the advantage to kind of catch up and sneak up on their prey. Same thing, vice versa. You're a school of fish, and you're near the bottom of the ocean floor, and you would look up, that white underside of the killer whale is going to make it more challenging to see when we're at the top of the ocean surface and the sun. So it's one of those things that these whales have adapted in their counter shading and their camouflage to help them be able to sneak up on their prey. Now, one thing that you all are probably getting to see that we're getting to our whales right here. Remember, I wasn't saying that we only fed our whales fish to reinforce them. You can also give them Jello. Yep, that's right, everyone. Jello. Now, it's not flavored, but sometimes we can color it just like we do. And this is just another thing that we can do to enrich our whales. We give our whales a variety of different things to make sure their lives are always exciting and new and different, and they're not in the same thing over and over again. Now, we really hope that you've all enjoyed this time to learn a little bit more about our killer whales. And you know, just like us, they want to experience, observation, and cooperation. So when others see you and I doing something good for the environment, you know, such as maybe picking up trash on the beach or even recycling, it can motivate others to do positive things too. Through Shamu, we can all be reminded that each of us can make positive choices that will help our natural world. And if we all join together in cooperation, just like we saw our killer whales do right now, we can work wonders. And the beauty of our oceans will continue to thrive.
2014 is an historic year for our SeaWorld family of parks as we celebrate our 50th Sea of Surprises. This is just a part of what promises to be the most exciting era in SeaWorld's history. We look forward to seeing you again for the next amazing chapter in the SeaWorld story.
From everyone here at Dine with Shamu, and we hope you enjoyed your time with us. But more importantly, we hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend right with us here at SeaWorld Orlando. Bye-bye, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you enjoyed Dine with Shamu. As our presentation comes to a close, please enjoy all the year here at SeaWorld.